Why does she get everything? My name is Mia, and I have a sister. Her name is Lily. She is perfect. In everything. It feels like the world once said, let's give everything to her and Mia will just have to try very hard and still fail. Funny, right? Especially if you see it from the outside. Lily is not a model. Her face is simple. She wears boring clothes, like gray jackets, and always ties her hair in a ponytail. But when she walks into a room, people notice her. She smells like success, not perfume. People invite her to projects, meetings. Strangers smile at her in elevators. And me? I lose my ID badge and wait in long lines because my appointment disappeared. We grew up in the same family, ate the same food, went to the same school, almost the same DNA. Still, something is missing in me. Or maybe there's something extra, like jealousy. People say I'm pretty. Long legs, big eyes, small waist. In theory, I should be popular. But guess what? My boyfriend left me right before New Year's. And Lily? She got a marriage proposal with a ring and a glass of wine. She said no, of course. It's not the right time, she said. Can you imagine? Sometimes I look at her and think, why does she have it all? She didn't cry over her school papers. She didn't work 3 jobs. She didn't live with cockroaches to save money. And yet she wins. One night, I had a dream. Not just any dream. It felt real, like a movie about revenge. In the dream, I walked onto a stage. Everyone was looking at me. Even Lily. She sat quietly, lost. I opened the presentation and it was my project, not hers. She had missed it. She was late. She forgot. And now, everyone clapped for me. Not for her. Her hands shook. She left the room. And I stood there proud. Finally the winner. I woke up sweating. My pillow was wet. First thought, where's her face? I wanted to see her broken look again. Then pain. Because it was just a dream. In the morning, Lily called. Happy, excited. Another new contract. I smiled and said, that's great. But inside, I was a volcano, smiling politely. That's when the first small idea came. A little, silly, maybe dirty idea. But, oh, how sweet it would be if just one of those ideas worked. The cake plan. I am not a bad person. Really. I try to be happy for others. But sometimes it's very hard. It feels like my heart is a crushed newspaper. And every word in it is Lily. It started after one evening. Mom and I went to a cafe, just to talk and relax. And there on the TV I saw Lily. She was at a business conference, speaking on stage. The camera loved her. Her voice was strong and clear. At the bottom of the screen, it said, Businesswoman of the Year. Mom cried a little from pride. And me? I smiled so hard it hurt. That night, I couldn't sleep. I stared at the ceiling and thought, what if just once she felt like me? Not real harm. Nothing serious. Just one bad day. A few days later, I heard that Lily had a big presentation soon. Very important. Key investors would come. Her assistant, my friend Lana, said they were ordering a special cake with the company logo on it. PR you can eat, she laughed. And then an idea came. I imagined it all. Going to the bakery. Changing something small in the cake. Not poison, no, never. Just something to make her feel a little sick. Enough so that during her speech she would cough, hold her stomach, maybe leave the room. In my dream, it was perfect. She would lose control. People would be confused. She would be embarrassed. And me? I would sit quietly in the coffee area, drinking cappuccino, watching it all, feeling calm, balanced. But in real life, I went to the bakery, stood by the glass counter, said a few words, and then I couldn't do it. My throat closed. My hands shook. I ran outside into the cold air. That night, I dreamed it again. The cake plan worked. I smelled coffee. I heard Lily's voice cracking. I watched her run to the bathroom. I heard people laughing. And then she turned, looked right at me. Not angry, not sad, just knowing, forgiving. I woke up crying. After that, I could never eat cake again. The fake girl. Sometimes feelings are stronger than reason, like jealousy. Even when you smile and say, I'm fine. Lily had a boyfriend. His name was Max. Or, as I called him in my head, Perfect Annoying Max. He was tall, calm, always wearing black turtlenecks like he was going to give a speech. He cooked dinners. He gave her flowers. He booked massages for her, just because. One day, I saw him fixing her coat collar. Slowly. With love. I didn't even know people could touch clothes like that. And then, during another little party for their 6-month anniversary, I got an idea. Thin like a spider's web. Sticky like honey. I made a fake profile. A girl named Emma. Pretty pictures. Flirty smiles. Silly quotes about living in the moment. Exactly the kind of girl Max wouldn't like. But still, she could catch his eye. I started liking his posts. Slowly. One by one. Then a comment. Smart. Then another. Are you always this deep? Lily noticed, of course. Her smile got tight. Her eyes sharp. And me? I sat in my room with my laptop. Heart beating fast. I wrote Max a message from Emma. You left a strong impression. Hope it's okay, I say that. And waited. 1 day. 2. No answer. But then he texted Lily. Not Emma. Hey babe, weird thing, some girl keeps liking my posts. I don't know her. And they laughed. Together. Talked about internet crazies. Said how lucky they were to trust each other. And Lily? She looked even prouder. Even happier. And me? I lay in the dark, phone in hand. I typed a message from Emma. Now you ignore him. Deleted it. Typed again. Deleted again. That night, I dreamed a different story. In the dream, Max answered Emma. He flirted. Lily found out. She was shocked. She threw the ring at him. And I stood at the door, holding coffee. Need a shoulder, sis? It was a beautiful dream. Sad music playing. Like a movie. But when I woke up, I checked Emma's page. Blocked. No one caught me. No one even noticed. Everything just disappeared. And you know what hurt the most? Even in this plan, I stayed invisible. My secret video. Sometimes I felt like I wasn't even a person. Just a file on a computer. Mia archive. Forgotten. Collecting dust. And Lily? She was everywhere. Like a movie trailer. Big. Loud. Impossible to miss. At some point I thought, what if people saw the real her? No perfect smiles. No big success. Just real Lily. Because even Lily had her bad sides. She could be rude. Proud. Cold. Especially with me. I remembered a lot. How she laughed at my drawings when we were kids. How she blamed me for things I didn't do. How she joked in front of friends. Mia is so sensitive, like a soft tissue. Small things. But they stayed. Deep inside. So, I decided to make a video. Not just talking. A real project. The Real Lily. I called it. It would start quietly. Black and white scenes. My voice. You think you know her? Let me tell you my story. Clips of her. Being rude on the phone. Laughing at people's mistakes. Acting too proud. I collected old videos. changed sounds, cut pieces together. I made it look dramatic. Slow music, sad voice. In my dreams, the video would go viral. People would comment, "Wow, never thought Lily was like that. Poor Mia." She was hiding her pain for so long. And I would be the hero, not the loser, not the forgotten sister. In my mind, I even wore a cozy sweater, looking soft and honest. But before posting, I watched it again, at night, with headphones. And it felt wrong. I didn't look brave. I looked broken. My voice sounded small, sad, like I was begging people, "Please see me." It didn't feel like justice. It felt like revenge from under the bed. I closed the laptop, took the flash drive, went to the window, wanted to throw it away. But I couldn't. I just hid it in a drawer. It's still there. New Year's night. This time, it felt different. Not just dreams. Not just wishes. Inside me, something whispered, "Get ready. This time you will win." Maybe it was because of New Year's Eve, a time when people hope for changes, make wishes, eat salads, smile at the future. But me? I didn't wish. I planned. Lily had the perfect evening ready. A nice house in the forest, fireplace, candles, wine, matching pajamas for everyone, family together, Max there too, expensive, beautiful gifts. And me? I had another plan. A dark, funny plan. Scene 1, switch the gifts. Instead of a nice scarf, silly rubber underwear with penguins. Instead of luxury beauty products, toothpaste and paper clips. Scene 2, change the music. Instead of soft jazz, funny YouTube greetings where people said crazy things like, "Lily, you are the drama queen of the year." Scene 3, the toast. Mom would make a speech. I would pour champagne. But in Lily's glass, jelly with garlic instead of real champagne. The whole evening would fall apart. People would laugh, not with her, but at her. I pictured it all. Perfect. A beautiful disaster. I imagined Lily losing her cool, blushing, searching for words, looking at me, whispering, "Mia, was it you?" And I would just smile and shrug. And you know what? Everything went smoothly. I ordered fake gifts, switched cards, planned every little step. And that night, I slept well, very well. No doubts, no fear. Like the universe said, "Go ahead, Mia. It's your turn now." And then the night came, and it all worked. Max opened the underwear gift and laughed. Lily's face turned red. She looked lost. Then Mom opened the beauty gift and found toothpaste and a rope. She looked confused. Lily tried to explain, but laughter filled the room. Even Dad smiled behind his napkin. Then the music. Crazy, silly greetings instead of jazz. And Lily? In the center. Frozen. I sat there, watching. And inside me, something rose. Not anger. Not envy. Victory. I thought, this is my first real win. After that evening, things changed. Lily laughed less, posted fewer photos, called less often. In her eyes, I saw doubt. And me? I finally breathed. My life got better too. I got a promotion, met new people, started living. I remembered what my grandma used to say. Those who move find their way. Those who cry stay stuck. I had moved. I had fought. And now I was free. Not Lily's sister. Just Mia. With my own name. My own light. Weeks passed. One cold day, while walking, I felt happy. Life had finally noticed me. But then, a man I didn't know came up to me, looked straight into my eyes, and laughed. A crazy, scary laugh. You're dreaming. You're dreaming. You're still dreaming. He screamed. I froze and woke up. In my dark room, streetlight shining through the window. My phone buzzed. A message from Lily. Hi, Mia. We want you to join us at the cabin for New Year's. It will be fun. I lay there, frozen, because nothing had changed. Everything was still the same. Maybe it's time. What do you feel when the show ends? And you are the only one left in the theater? No lights. No claps. Just silence. That's how I felt. Lying in bed, looking at the ceiling, thinking, maybe it's time to stop? For the first time, no anger, no sadness, just tiredness. Not the tiredness after work. Something deeper. Like my whole body said, enough. My head was empty. No dreams. No plans. No. Maybe if I do this. Even my imagination. Silent. I got up, and for the first time, I didn't touch my phone. I didn't check Lily's stories. I didn't check who liked her posts. I just made tea.
And it was warm.
Later, I met Alice, my old friend. She looked at me and said, You seem different today.
Softer.
I smiled. I'm tired of being a knife. She nodded. Try being a teaspoon. We laughed. A real laugh. That night, I said it out loud for the first time. Maybe I don't need to be better than Lily.
Maybe.
I can just be Mia. Alice looked at me like I had found a treasure.
You made it, she said.
You reached acceptance. And it felt good. The next day, I went to the park. No music in my ears. No heavy thoughts. I just listened to the snow crunch under my boots. Watched people feed birds. And it felt like, for the first time in years, I had taken off a heavy spacesuit. I could breathe. I wasn't dreaming. I wasn't fighting. I was living. Lily didn't disappear. She was still there. Still shining. But it didn't hurt anymore. I looked at her like you look at a streetlight. Something that's just there. And something inside me became warmer. Not fireworks. Not happiness. Just life. That night, when I went to bed, there were no dreams. No plans for revenge. Only one soft thought. Maybe my life is not about fighting. Maybe it's about breathing. The letter I wrote. Sometimes to let go, you need to say everything first, even if the person never reads it. I sat at my desk. No music.
No tea.
Just me and a blank document. And I started writing.
Hi, Lily.
I didn't think I would do this, but I have a lot inside me. I'm tired of your easy life. Tired of how everything comes to you. While I cried at night. While I worked so hard. While I was scared. And you just smiled. My fingers moved quickly. I didn't try to sound nice. I just wrote the truth. Do you know how it feels to live in your shadow? It's like trying to breathe through a tiny straw. I hated when people praised you. I hated being called Lily's sister. I was jealous. I was angry. But the saddest thing, I loved you. Really loved you. But your light was too bright. It blinded me. I wrote about everything. About pain. About fake smiles. About silly plans for revenge. Even about the dream where a man screamed, "You're still dreaming." And then I stopped. I looked at the screen. At all the words. And I understood. I didn't want Lily to read this. Not because she was innocent. Not because she deserved kindness. But because I was not the same Mia anymore. I copied the letter. Pasted it into a new document. And called it a note to my past self. I saved it. Closed it. Then I opened my email. I wrote a short message to Lily. Hi. Just wanted to say, I'm thinking about you. No anger. Just thinking. And I'm glad you are in my life. And I sent it. No period at the end. Left it open. Like a small touch. And you know what? Sometimes when you don't delete your feelings, but just leave them, it gets lighter inside. I didn't become a saint. I didn't become perfect. But I stopped being a prisoner of my anger. And that was already something. When I truly listened, we met by accident. Well, not really. Lily invited me. And this time I didn't say no. Just coffee, she wrote. No talks about work. Just sisters. Before, I would have thought, she wants something. She's checking if I changed. But now, I just went. We sat in a small cafe. It smelled like cinnamon and old wood. Warm and simple. No fancy pictures. Just 2 chairs by the window. 1 coffee cup. 1 blanket. She talked. Not about work. Not about new deals. She talked about herself. The real Lily. She said she was scared sometimes. Scared people saw her as too much. Too perfect. Too cold. She said she was tired of being strong. Sometimes she just wanted to make mistakes and still be loved. I listened. Really listened. No judging. No comparing. No angry voices in my head. Just listening. I looked at her and saw not the perfect woman. I saw a little girl. Afraid. Tired. Like me. Something inside me became soft. I stopped moving my hand. Stopped tapping my foot. I just sat there. She looked at me too. You know, Lily said, you were always prettier than me. I almost spilled my tea. Really, she smiled. In college, a friend told me, you are successful, but your sister, she has movie star eyes. And I was jealous. In secret. I stayed silent. Not because I didn't know what to say, but because words were not needed. At that moment, there was no war between us. No envy. No past. Only 2 women. 2 sisters. Finally seeing each other. And I thought, maybe all our pain was because we didn't really listen to each other. And now, I listened. I stopped comparing. It's a strange feeling. When you stop comparing, you don't ask, is hers better? You don't wait for her to fall, just to feel better yourself. You don't look in the mirror and think, why does she have everything and I don't? You just live. Now I wake up without checking Lily's stories. I drink wine at night without thinking which brand she posted. I even bought a notebook, not for revenge plans, just for writing about myself. Lily is still successful, still smiling, still loved. But when I look at her now, I don't see a rival. I don't see a queen. I see a sister, a real person, who also had fears, who also had hard days. And now, I can say, she has me. And I have her. We didn't become best friends. We don't make silly videos together. We don't go to spas. But when I hug her now, I mean it. Not because I want to win in kindness, but because I love her. And you know something? The moment I stopped fighting, life changed. I got a new job. A job I thought I could never have. Not because I was lucky, but because I wasn't afraid anymore. I found people who liked the real me, not the fake Mia trying to be better than someone else. And every day, life feels easier, brighter, warmer. One day, Lily said to me, you look like yourself now. The real you. I'm proud. And I answered, and I finally see you too. That was the real ending. Quiet, but strong. The end of my war, and the beginning of my real life.